Welcome back to another video. Today we got pivot problems. Turned off on me in the middle of the night. Still irrigating because none of it's on auto, but we're here to fix a pivot today. Today's Tuesday, and Saturday, not that many days ago, I fixed 2 motors on this pivot, and now we got another one. Isn't that just lovely? Yeah, we got a couple of weeds here at the edge of the field, but hoe hands are coming. They're gonna come walk over every field, kill all the weed that they can find. There's a lot of this, I believe these are goat heads. A lot of goat heads on this field. Usually, mainly just here at the edge, but we'll get rid of them. But for now, I got a pivot that I need to fix. It's been hectic the past 2 days with pivots. My dad and my brother, they decided to leave on a little fishing trip. They're coming back. Is today Wednesday? Yeah, today's Wednesday. Wait, did I say Tuesday earlier? I meant to say Wednesday. Today's Wednesday. They're coming back today, so they'll be around tomorrow. But I'm here. Gotta put this guy on there. We've been replacing, anytime a motor burns out, we've been replacing it with the full stator, the gearbox and the motor, because this brand right there, that's actually upside down. I believe this is a UMC. I guess you can't see the name on it, but I believe it's a UMC. But regardless, these motors right here, they're pretty much indestructible. We have yet to have a problem with them. They're really good. The old style that only has 3 bolts on it, that's how I differentiate the two. This is a 4-bolt and that's a 3-bolt. Those tend to burn out quite frequently, I would say, and we always just put a full new motor on there every time, or just put a new motor on there every time it burns out. It's quicker that way, yes, but a factory motor is only like $100, or very little price difference between just a factory motor and the full stator. So these are more bulletproof and indestructible, so we've been replacing everything with these instead of the slightly cheaper route, hoping that this right here is going to save all of our issues in the future from having motor problems. So that's what I'm here to fix right now. Luckily, I've been having so many pivot problems the past couple of days. I've been carrying extra stuff with me just because I expected this to happen. Yesterday morning on one pivot, I fixed the gearbox. It ran for 4 hours, and then I had to fix this tire right here. This tire, as you can see, it didn't stay attached to the gearbox like it was supposed to, so this whole rim is shot. Tire's still fine, but the rim is shot. But yeah, I've been having pivot problems the past couple of days. It has not been fun. So we're here now fixing pivots. I need a bunch of tools because I need to take off the whole center drive, and I always carry extra bolts with me for these center drives. It's always good. I always like to put new ones on there just because the old ones are always rusted like crazy. So yeah, let's get to work. I need actually lots of tools. I need that guy, and that guy. First things first, I'm going to take apart this motor. Well, not take apart the motor, just take apart the wires. I'll just get the wires off of here. And I'll just take this guy off. Take it off anyway. bad guy right there. I can at least get with the impact back here. Gotta loosen that bolt. And then there she is. Don't need that. I mean, this is still good. You could probably for sure keep this, but there's no need since we don't carry extra motors like that one around anymore. So I'll talk to my brother, see if he might want it. That's still a brand new center drive. Still in great condition. Maybe he has a use for it. All right, and here's the new one. Need an extra wire nut. Also my wire cutters. Stick this guy back there. Normally you can color code it, but in this case it usually runs the wrong way if I do. So this one's one. Number one goes with black. Number two with red. This is number two with red. 2 red, 3 blue. That's how it normally is. And then with these new ones, they're usually reversed. So blue is the only one that's matched. We'll see if I'll be right later. I'll turn the pivot on later. We'll see if it actually runs the right way. See if I'm wrong or not. See if I'll have to come back here and switch some wires. My luck, I'll have to come back here and switch some wires. I would have been right the first time. I crimped the wire there. I don't think so. Looks like the lid's on good. Now the motor is connected. Now I just need to go get me the U-joints from on my back of my truck and connect these right here on both sides. Of course it doesn't match up. Never does. As you can tell, this part here needs to go way further on there. I don't know why it's so far off, but I'll just give it a good whack, see if I can move it. Yep, there we go. It actually worked last time with the other 2 motors that we did. So now, there you go, voila. Now she actually fits. I don't know why, I guess brand new. I mean, this pivot's not that old, so I guess brand new. They don't, on this shaft right here, I guess they put these U-joints just a little bit too far this way. Now I was touching here, couldn't put it on there, but little bit of hammering, we're good to go now. I can tighten this one down, and then we'll do the same to that side. And we're all put together, this side and that side. Now we'll head to the pivot and see if I wired this up right. Oh wait, never mind. I don't have to go to the pivot to turn it on. I forgot, it didn't have an alignment fault. So if it doesn't have an alignment fault, then I can still use my phone. It doesn't have no safety thing. So I'm gonna put it on 100% reverse right now. I just barely sent the command. Look at that! I was right. She's going on reverse, the way she should. Love it. It actually only took me about an hour to fix it, from diagnosing to actually replacing the whole thing. So not bad. I thought it was gonna take longer. But I'm gonna send a little bit on reverse. I was putting it on forward. I'm actually chemigating some dual on it. You can tell we got lots of nut grass on here. So that's what we're trying to get rid of. There's a couple of other spots in the field where it gets very, very bad. So I don't know. I know it stopped right here, but I don't know if it got all the chemical up to here. So I'm just gonna overlap just a little and put a little bit on reverse. Go to the pivot, I'll turn that chemigator back on, and then we'll send it back on forward. It's actually a pretty neat setup. I actually like the way I rigged it up. I actually do that every year. I'll show it to you here in just a bit. Put it back on forward. Rate, I was doing, I believe 0.2. I want to do a 24-hour circle. I'll have to go back in the phone to make sure that it's on a 24-hour circle. Run forward. Accessory 1. A4 on. And make sure this guy is pumping again. And making sure it's turning the right way. Yep. Yeah, I can feel it pumping. We pretty much just got a tote full of dual magnum. If you're curious what it is, pause it and read it. But that kills our nut grass. I just let it straight from in there, teed it into there. Then I can, I'm gonna time it here in just a second, but I can fill this guy up. It has little numbers on there, so then I can calculate to make sure it's doing the right ounces a minute. It's supposed to do, calculated for 2.6 ounces a minute. Got it pumping straight here on this side of the chem check. So none of it can flow back if we were to make that mistake. Goes right on this side, pumps it into the pivot. Pretty much as soon as you start pumping it, that dual will actually turn white. So sometimes you can see a little glistening of white on top of the peanuts. So kind of neat. But I'm gonna time this guy here real quick. Just gonna open that one and close this one. Now I just gotta grab my phone, stopwatch. I'll wait till it's sitting right at 18, and then I'll start my timer. And right there at 2.5. That's probably doing more like 2.5 and not 2.6, but I think that should be fine. I might crank it up just a hair. Yeah, that should do it. We're already putting on a little bit extra, so if we're doing a little bit less, it's okay. We're doing roughly 30 gallons a circle, and that's, I think, 37 ounces an acre, I almost want to say. The math could be a little bit off, but it's somewhere around there. It's a 120 acre circle, so putting down quite a few gallons. Normally we do like 26 or so, but you can tell there's a lot of this nutgrass here. It really started coming through. I mean, the peanuts, they look fantastic too. They're almost, I'd say they're maybe a week to 2 weeks from lapping, so better than last year for sure. Last year it was hot last year, And this year we're actually getting some cooler weather, not as hot. Last year by 10 o'clock in the morning it was already 100-degree weather, and it stayed hot till sun went down. This year it waits till after lunch before it finally heats up to 100. So it's a little cooler this year than last year, and I think the peanuts are really enjoying it. They definitely struggled last year, but so far this field looks really good. Besides the nut grass, that's the only thing we're really concerned about. But before the peanuts do lap, we do like to send the hoe hands out in the field, get rid of any weeds that there might be. There's a couple of them, they're tiny, a couple of pigweeds that come up out of the ground, but hoe hands will get rid of that. And then by the time they're lapping, they got a lot of weed pressure. They're covering the ground where not as many weeds come up through the ground. So hopefully then by harvest, we got fairly decent fields, fairly decently clean fields. At least that's what we aim for. But we're done with this pivot now. Anytime we got old broken motors, we always like to clean them up just a little bit better. So this right here is metal and goes in our metal bin, and this right here is essentially pure copper that's burnt out. We have a full separate tote for this guy. You can see we replaced a few over the last, I think we only set this tote up like 2 years ago, or this would be the second year. So these are all the motors from like 2 years. What do you think? Did we replace enough motors? I almost don't think so, huh? That gets expensive. Irrigating is rough. It's a hard life. Now just to drive around and check up on all the other pivots that we got going right now. This one here should be driving any second now. If not, then that one's broken too. Please, no more broken pivots. I fixed enough broken pivots for this week. I think someone else is queued up now. There he goes. Yeah, these peanuts look beautiful. Yeah, there's a couple of weeds here and there, but nothing too crazy. Hoe hands might get to it hopefully by Monday. We'll see. They're gonna hopefully get over every single peanut acre we have, and that should hopefully last us till the harvest. Hopefully no weeds. Fingers crossed. But these peanuts are probably they're one of the few that are the closest to lapping. They got a couple more inches in between. They look really good for this time of year, for this heat. They look phenomenal. I'm actually very happy with this. Now if only we can get some more rains. I got one more pivot to check up on, and it's getting about that lunchtime. Gonna go get me some lunch, and then I don't know, might have to find myself some more work to do. Pretty much caught up as of right now until my brother gets back, and then we can start fixing some irrigation wells again. This field, on the other hand, does have quite a few weeds. This one needs hoe hands on it pronto, like right now. Yep, and that one's driving too. Nice. No more broken pivots. Yes, I can go on FieldNet and see that they're all driving, but every morning I do still, well, whatever's priority. Today morning fixing that pivot was priority, then checking up on pivots is next. But I like to make my rounds, check the pivots, make sure there's no closed nozzles. I just kind of look across them, make sure there's no hoses that popped off. Sometimes that can just happen. It can hook onto something and then you'll get a hose that pops off. So just checking up on them. You can look across, kind of see if there's a flat tire or something, so you can catch it before the pivot sends error code to your phone, and you don't have to fix it in the middle of the night. So making rounds is very important. Well, that's gonna do it for this video. If you see a video after this, that means another pivot broke down. But if not, then we're golden. Then we're good. We're set for a few more days. But as always, I do appreciate y'all for watching, and I'll see y'all guys in the next one.